What's up, guys? Welcome to a normally scheduled Thursday post-work physics class. The schedule changed to Friday, but for this week only, it's back to Thursday, what you guys are normally all used to. So hopefully we can get some people who are able to join the stream. I know going back and forth between schedules is not ideal for anyone, but I appreciate those that are able to hang out tonight. It has been... I keep saying how busy I am. I keep saying it. And so I feel like at some point I need to talk about something else. You guys are going to get tired of hearing that. But today was exceptionally busy, and I will say that it is not over yet. I'm going out of town tomorrow. And so, and I worked all day, and I had to pick up stuff for the trip, and there's more things that got to get organized and packed. I had a class as well, which unfortunately I was slightly late to. And everything has been just like a little, I shouldn't even say a little. There's been a lot. There's just been a lot. Also, didn't mean to have my browser being shared initially there. Now you guys can see the screen. Yeah. So the good news in Nikke, in the game, things have slowed down a little bit, right? We're like over the hump on the absolute event. But the hype train keeps going. Now we got Resident Evil coming in. It's also hot as balls out, guys. So it's another tank top stream. I know I caught some people off guard with that. They're like, whoa, did you just like go to the gym or something? And no, it's just really, really hot. So that's a thing that we're dealing with as well. Like, I got out of the car to run errands on my way to class, and holy cow, it's like I got out of the car and I was like, am I on fire right now? Like, what is happening? Anyway, I'm gonna click some red dots, collect some things. Also, what I didn't realize last time, which is so obvious, okay, this is like me just being dumb, but what I didn't realize was in this shop, I actually ran out of currency yesterday. And I was like, what the heck? Why can't I buy anything? And I was like, oh yeah, I said that I wasn't going to do arena anymore, and that messes this up. So then I went and did arena. So I guess I have to do at least rookie arena. I can't actually stop arena entirely. Otherwise I'm never able to buy this stuff. So resuming daily rookie arena. I think I'm still taking a break from the rest of it, though. Also, I'm gonna buy some resilience batteries. I'm so close to being able to level up again. Not quite there, though. That was an impulse purchase. Like, honestly, I could wait because I didn't need to buy them yet. Normally, I wait until I can actually like fully upgrade, but whatever. We got a solo raid happening, which I did not get to before reset, by the way, because I think it went live yesterday. I hate the timing when they put on solo raid, and I didn't have the time to get on. Why doesn't solo raid and co-op, why don't they follow the daily reset schedule? Blows my mind that they don't do that, but whatever. That means I lost a day of rewards, unfortunately. Anyway, that's kind of like a long ass intro. Let's see who do we have in chat. We got Lone Syndicate. We got Vermouth Olive. Bob, what's up? What's up? Let me move my mic a little bit out of the way. I was like hunching forward a lot too, so let me like adjust. Yeah, hello, hey all, what's up? Well, you just heard how I was. Good. I mean, I'm good. Honestly, like I'm going on vacation for a long weekend, so you know, and then I have an actual long weekend the next weekend, so you know, I'm good. Just really busy, really busy. Yeah, Bob says stop whining. Yeah, I don't really have anything to whine about. I don't have anything to whine about. I think that's like the name of a podcast, Whine About It. I can't even think what that is, but I'm pretty sure it is the name of a podcast. All right, to the command center. I also wanted to make another video talking about the new Ethereum units and my general thoughts on Ethereum Restart. Maybe I'll get to that. Maybe I can do it while on stream. Actually, you know what? I'm going to commit to it. I'm going to say I'm going to do it and we're going to do it live on stream when we switch over to Ethereum Restart, because I have some thoughts. We'll get to it when we get to Ethereum. I think I might have just made her wet her pants. She got so nervous about that. Poor Vesti. Anyway, that means I just finished her, so I'm going to have to start advising somebody else. Finally got that haircut in, though, a few days ago. Got that haircut. Was that just yesterday? I think it was just yesterday. So looking a little less shaggy. You're 6th in Special Arena and don't attack anymore. So if you're just like at 6, like you're strong enough that no one below you can beat you, so you just like maintain rank 6. I mean, that's pretty cool. What's up, David Santana? Welcome. You're in for Sparks Learns Resident Evil lore stream? Dude, I got so many people in the comments of that Resident Evil collab video talking about Resident Evil stuff. Like, you name dropped so many characters. Some people gave me like a summary of the whole series. Some people gave me a recommendation of games to play. I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now, okay? Just I gotta be upfront with you. I'm probably not gonna play a Resident Evil game. And not because like I don't hate Resident Evil or anything. It's just there's already some other games that I really want to play that I haven't had time to play. So just realistically speaking, Resident Evil is not in the cards. But I'm excited for the collab. It seems like most of the community, or at least the people in my comments, are pretty hyped for it. It seems like people are happy about this being a collab that's coming up. So that's cool. And I will definitely enjoy the Resident Evil event in Nikke. Lunch haircut for the win, yeah. Dude, it was at lunch. Did I already tell this story? How'd you know it was lunch? Are people stalking me right now? You're more excited for Resident Evil collab way more than you were for Stellar Blade. You know, I'm not like super surprised about that. Like, as much as I'm obviously more of a Stellar Blade fan because I've played Stellar Blade and I've never played Resident Evil, and I think that Stellar Blade in theory would appeal to Nikke players a lot. The reality is, like, Resident Evil is a way bigger IP, right? Like, there's probably so many people that are even just like nostalgia baited because they played Resident Evil when they were like a kid or whatever, and they're just like been longtime fans of the franchise. So I bet there's a lot of people that are more excited about Resident Evil than a lot of the other collabs that we've gotten. I watched the anime movies. Yeah, I think a couple people suggested that to me as well. Is the anime good? Like, I know there have been live action Resident Evil movies, and I'm pretty sure they're bad. I haven't seen them, but I think I've heard people say that they're bad. And sometimes like an anime or a movie or whatever like won't actually follow the real story or the canon lore of the games. So like, do they match up, or is it kind of like its own thing? Yeah, it's all business with Mana. Call me the commander, okay? Oh my goodness, it's grown so quickly. That was just pure intuition on which one was right. I didn't listen to a word she said. Sometimes it's like that. Do the animated ones. The action in them is a lot better, and they are their own stories with the characters from Resident Evil. Okay, so they're their own individual stories from the games, but they're like, they don't break the lore, like they work like alongside the main stories in the games. I feel like that would be something important to me. if I'm gonna watch them, I'd want to know it was kind of like the quote unquote real Resident Evil, you know? Like if they're just like their own different side stories, but they still like work in harmony with the games, then that's cool. Sup Togashi, welcome to the stream. What am I doing next here? Let's go to the absolute event, I guess. Is there a new challenge? I think there is. Yeah, there is. Ain't nobody got time for that intro. Gotta get to just killing this bird. Dude, having Eve in this fourth space is insane. Like, the amount of distraction she provides is crazy. And that's what we're going to call it. We're just going to call it distraction. Alright, we got hard mode stages. Hey, by the way, while we're going through these hard mode stages, I posted it on the figures channel of my community Discord. But I don't know if a lot of people saw that. I got a new 2B figure. She got here earlier this week. Wait, where is she on camera? There we go. 2B. And I like the little pod next to her. It's not really in focus, but the pod is really cool. He's super detailed. Let's go to the next stage. Yeah. And I like how they integrated, like, they made him floating, but he's just kind of like, he's not on, like, a clear thing. He's just, like, integrated by being, like, next to this piece of rebar. She's got her sword. It's a very dynamic pose. So, yeah, pretty cool. It's also from Max Factory, which was the same company that did the volume figure that I unboxed on stream a few weeks ago. So it's super high quality. Unfortunately, I have not figured out a space for her yet. And so I don't know. I don't know if it's time to like sell a figure or pack one up in its box. At the moment, I just have her setting like on top of my computer, which definitely isn't ideal, but yeah, I don't know. Just got her a couple days ago. Gonna set her back up here. There we go. More like 2 booty? Dude, I mean, that's 2B for sure. 2B's got the booty. You're hyped for the Resident Evil collab. You're guessing it'll drop when the new Resident Evil game drops in February. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of two minds of that, right? Like, so I heard that it's, what, Resident Evil 9, I think people said? It would make sense for them to do the collab when the new game gets released. Like, that makes a lot of sense. On the other hand, they gave this to this teaser trailer really early, if that's true. It feels like it should be coming sooner than that. So, I don't know, it could go either way. I hope that it drops in February. I think that would be better for the game and everybody's sanity and our credit cards if it was in February rather than like next month or something. You pulled for 3 Timeless Iona, by the way. Your account sucks? What? Whoa, whoa, Bob, what are we talking about? Why does my account suck? But congrats on getting the Timeless Ionas. Timeless Iona, she's Silver and Blood unit. She's extremely good. She's the best unit in the game. Congrats. We'll play a little bit of Silver and Blood towards the end of the stream too. Don't get offended. You had some drinks after sports. No, no, no offense taken. I'm just not even sure what that was supposed to mean. You have to hope for your gems at no collabs until next year. Yeah, like I said, I feel like everybody wants a little bit of a break. Like, and I think like low key, the absolute event was a break, considering how good or not good the units are. But it was still like a pretty cool hype event, and I think a lot of people pulled for the units, so we still need more of a break. We still need more of a break. You feel like the characters... Well, hold up. Let's just start this. You feel like the characters Resident Evil collab are Jill and Claire. If they gave us Ada, that would be wild. Yeah, I don't know who any of those people are. I don't... I can't remember. So people even talked to me on Discord. Thank you. I think Dr. Yeagles posted some screenshots of the characters, but I can't remember who's who, and I have to go back and look at it. Lone Syndicate says, my wallet is in danger if the collab is within the next couple weeks. Bruh. Jill, Claire, Ada, Helena, Moira, Rebecca, Sherry, etc., etc. All right. Togashi's got like all kinds of girls that could be in the collab, I guess. The only character I know of, because I played a little bit of Resident Evil 4, is Leon. And I feel like Leon... I don't know, is he in more games? It seems like he's like one of the more iconic Resident Evil characters, but I could totally be wrong. Like that might be like a totally inaccurate take. Of course, we know that Leon's not going to be a unit because he's a guy, so, you know, that's the thing. You're just glad that there's now a viable absolute squad? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they're not terrible. They're definitely not terrible. But I think they are skippable for sure. And I think, like, if you do go for them, then it takes a lot of investment. So it's like, if you're going to invest in 3 units and try and get their skill levels up, it's kind of a big deal, you know? Guess I should shoot this tentacle over here. It's gonna be a red dress gotcha skin if we get Ada. I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. I think that's one of the screenshots that Dr. Eagles posted on Discord. Alright, we hit tier 7. Whatever happens, happens after this. Jill and Ada are pretty much guaranteed with what appears to be Resident Evil 4 style setting. Third will be Claire, most likely. Okay. Do you think Vesti is bugged? I think it's possible. Because even though I didn't have super high expectations for her, I thought she'd be better than she is. Also, seeing that Unhua is capable of outdamaging her feels weird. So, I mean, I don't want to be alarmist, but I could see Vesti being bugged. I think it's a possibility. Leon is the main character of Resident Evil 2, 4, and 6. He definitely has the most appearances in Resident Evil games because most Resident Evil games are kind of like GTA where the MC is different every time with a few exceptions. Okay, alright. So he is kind of like the biggest character in the franchise, I guess. I've also heard that Resident Evil 4 is considered to be one of the best Resident Evils like in the franchise history. Yeah, I mean, Unhua is a attacker as well, so she should be dealing a lot of damage. But out damaging, you know, like your main DPS burst 3, it does seem wrong intuitively. That doesn't mean it's wrong, you know? And like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if she's bugged in the future. I'm sure we won't have to wait that long if she's actually bugged. Lone Syndicate's gonna send me some screenshots of Claire. Alright, alright. Elysian Tower. We can put Vesti in here just for fun. Let's do it. I think like having Maid Privity in there is probably actually better because my Maid Privity is a little bit more invested. But they're probably pretty similar, actually. What are my Maid Privy skills at? Yeah, I mean, I have more, like, armor and, like, level of equipment on her, but, yeah. We're gonna use Vesti anyway, just because it's fun. She's the new character. First time you've ever seen Resident Evil and GTA compared? Yeah, it's true. That's not something you'd expect. But I get it. It worked for what he was trying to explain. Resident Evil 4 is voted by the community for the most part the best Resident Evil game. Nice. It revitalized the franchise? Okay. Oh, so most of the games were not third-person over-the-shoulder aiming? What were most of the games? I thought that's just like what Resident Evil was like. But I will say, like, the mid-2000s was pretty famous for, like, third-person shooters like that. I mean, you got, like, Resident Evil 4, which I guess is probably a little earlier than the whole trend that I'm thinking of. But then, like, you had Gears of War, and then you had, like, Mass Effect. Like, those were the days of, like, third-person shooters, like, really taking off, I think. Dude, Vesti's skirt is, it's skirting, we'll say that. The game before were tank control, fixed cam. I do know the whole fixed camera thing, but I didn't know, I don't know, tank control, interesting. Yeah, fixed camera tank controls, interesting. I haven't heard it described as tank controls, but what you're saying about it being fixed camera is familiar. I've heard that, actually. Because it was like pre-rendered backgrounds, kind of like how Final Fantasy VII was, where it would just be like a really detailed looking, like pre-rendered, like 3D kind of looking image, but it was kind of like the same idea of like old school movies where they just put like an oil painting in the background if it was like far off in the distance. Same kind of idea. I know that's not exactly what Resident Evil did, but it kind of like that type of thing. And then you actually just like moved on rails, more in like technically more of like a 2D space, even though it looked 3D. From what little I played of Resident Evil 4, I did really like the pacing of it. I thought the shooting mechanics and sort of the way it made things kind of slowed down, and I think you could only shoot when you weren't moving. Like, I thought that worked really well, particularly for kind of like the horror kind of vibe and like feeling the tension. I thought that was pretty good. If you're not familiar with tank controls, pressing up on the controller always moves the character toward, I see, from their perspective instead of up on the screen. Gotcha. When it was third person up until Resident Evil 6, but Resident Evil 7 they weren't first person. Okay. Yeah, I heard they were kind of janky back in the day. Okay, I guess we should do the I just said Resident Evil. Let's do the Resident Evil runs, guys. Should do the rookie runs. Oh boy, sneeze. I need some water. I need a nap too. The jankiness was part of the charm. You know, it's funny how, like, that's totally true for some things, but it's like, what makes something good when it's janky versus bad janky? Like, serious question. Because there's a lot of things that are just, like, janky, but it's annoying, right? You're like, ugh. But then there are some things where it's like, oh, that is charming. Is it purely nostalgia? Like, if it's an old game that it, like, didn't seem as janky back in the day, but now it's comparatively janky, it gets away with it? Does it get a pass then? Or even at the time when something's new, like, is there something that makes janky games good? Like, is it it's so bad it's good kind of thing? Like, it came back around to being good because it was so bad? Those early Resident Evil game controls were so frustrating at times. They mainly when it came to trying to shoot something. Dude, I feel like that's... Of all times you want something to work is when you're trying to shoot something. That sounds terrible. You know what had a lot of janky controls, actually? The PSP. I had a PSP when I was a kid. And I had... It was at that time I was really into racing games. I guess I'm still kind of into racing games. But that was when I was first getting into racing games. And the controls were so janky on the PSP. Like, I had an Initial D game. And good lord, it was hard to actually, like, steer the car properly on the PSP. It was not really good, but I loved it at the time, but it was super jank. All right, let's go, guys. Level 1 Ziz. Ziz these nuts. All right. The difference between good jank and bad jank is whether it leads to a fail state. So does that mean it's bad jank if, like, something's not working, so then you die? Like, then that's, like, bad jank? When the jankiness clicks with the overall atmosphere, if it's janky and bad, it's just bad. Okay. We just incinerated bro in 5 seconds. How long was it actually? 6 seconds. Excuse me. 6 seconds. For you, it's the novelty of it? Okay. So you're willing... If it's like uniquely janky on something you haven't done before, then it's good. Okay. As someone who played Resident Evil 4 first, then went back to play the old games, you have no nostalgia for the tank control. They were a pain in the ass. Okay, okay. So Lone Syndicate is just saying, like, no, the jankiness was not charming at all. It's just trash. This boss is badass, by the way. It's really badass. Dude, I'll tell you what's janky right now. My freaking RGB, the lights are not the right color on my computer. There we go. Sometimes I have to like go in and refresh like the profile that I gave it, and then it's like it'll be right again, but occasionally it'll just like randomly switch to a different color, and I'm like, what are you doing? But RGB controls are notoriously janky. Oh. We got fights in the chat. Honestly, the tank controls are just an adjustment period. Once you get used to it, it's fine. I mean, there is something to be said for that. Like, there are some things that they're either, like, buggy or glitchy. You know, they're just, like, never really working correctly. And then there are some things that are just, like, not what you're used to and require practice, right? I think those are two different things. Dang, we're saying that my inability to summon Emma and Eunhwa is janky? I mean, that's kind of true. It was kind of jank. Take it up with shift up. It's their fault. Alright, let's level up some equipment, I guess. Honestly, after testing Vesti in, like, quite a bit, honestly. I did so many runs with her. I don't even know if I want to invest in her more. But you know what? We'll keep up with the tradition. We'll upgrade everything to level 2. I might as well. There's nothing else that I really need to level up right now. And eventually, I'm going to get Eunhwa and Emma. Hopefully quickly, since I saved up stuff and I can get them off the wish list. Took 210 summons for you to get Sora? I mean, I'm going to say that's on you for putting that many resources into Sora. Just saying. Sora is not where I would have put my resources. But, as I always say, waifu over meta, pull what you like. If you're a big fan of Sora, then it was worth it. As long as you got her. Even if it took a lot, then it was worth it. Oh, I need to check. Can I level up the collectible on whatever this girl's name is? Maybe. Let's try it. Dorothy? Why couldn't I remember Dorothy's name? But okay. Well, Vesti's kind of meh in campaign/bosses. She's proving to be good in PvP. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I didn't test her at all in PvP. So, it's possible. I could see it. No luck. But that is to be expected. You'll laugh. I mean, okay. There has been, it's been kind of a mixed bag. Sometimes we'll get like a support that will come out and not do much, and in the future we get a DPS that then like, oh, this is what the support was for. Other times we'll get supports that come out that don't look like they're very great, and then they just literally never do anything. So it could go either way. All right, it's time for a single friendship summon. By the way, don't forget to give the stream a like. Would appreciate it. Soldier EG. This is who I pulled last time. Friendship summons are always Soldier EG. I guess she's my friend. It's just you and me, EG. We can hang out. What do I need? Water. That's what I need. Get some core dust too. Oh, it's new. Okay. I kept waiting for that to change. I was like, I'm not getting a new one. And I thought it would like change to the material. It did not. Got some cross-platform chat. Vermouth says it was obviously worth it to Tugasha. Yeah, that person. All right. Is that it? Dude, we just blew through those dailies. Like, that was insane. All right, hold up. Got to get rid of this notification. I think this is like just what I display from now. Actually, you know what? We got like all the collab people in here. We could mix this up. I don't know. I kind of like it though. I guess technically, I don't have all the collab people. I mean, I do, but not displayed. I have all the collab people that I like displayed here. I think this is just like the player card that I use for like a long time. I already did Tribe Tower, right? I did. Man, it feels like time went by fast. Okay, so we're going to switch to Etheria, and I'm going to record a video live, which I haven't for quite a while, I don't think. Also, that's the wrong screen. Excuse me. That's the camera that I wanted. Yeah, there's some thoughts. There's some thoughts about Etheria. And we just got a big update. We got new units. We got a lot of cool new stuff. Do I sound excited? Why does this always happen? Like, why is this a thing that always moves? There we go. Thank you. Co-op is tomorrow, you think? Yeah, so I'm going to be out of town, as I said. And I will be probably without internet connection. Oh, look at that. 0 wins. That was really unlucky. I'm going to be without internet connection over the weekend. So, that means I'm going to miss more days of solo raid. And potentially some stuff in Etheria Restart. But yeah, one of the big new things we got as an event is the Module Forge. I haven't had a chance to explore this yet. I feel like I just want Swift Rush stuff. I don't know which one I want the most yet. But I think I'm just going for Swift Rush. I think it's pretty universally decided that you want to go for Swift Rush. Because it's just like the most units need these, you know? You gave in and started Silver and Blood. Gonna play it very casual. Dude, you won't regret it. Warlock, I'm playing it casually too. I'm gonna keep making more videos about it though, and it's a lot of fun. And something about playing the game casually, it just I don't know. It's like, oh hey, this is what games are meant to be, just like fun and relaxing. And the fact that I actually didn't start immediately, the game came out a couple months ago, makes it feel easier to play casually. But it's really good. It's really good. And we'll play some after Etheria. So stick around for more Silver and Blood. All right. So let me check and see which of these I need the most of. So I'm going to go to, well, let's collect some notification stuff. I need to do that. Oh, I still have more mail. Claim all. Thank you. Claim some quests. We'll check in with the union really quick too. We are full at the moment. So shout out to everybody putting in work for the union. Hopefully we can rack up yet another win. Our win-loss record is pretty insane, to be honest. The last one was rough just because I had to kick quite a few members, and so we were like down on people. And so we did lose, but I think like had we been full, we would have won. And if you don't count that one, then we've only lost one time. So yeah, we've been doing well. And then I'll collect this, and then we'll wait. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. You can only play so many gachas, and you just started some Uma Musume. Okay, dude, everybody's playing Uma Musume. But yeah, you gotta like pick and choose, right? Like you can't play that many gachas. It's just how it is. Vampires over horse girls? Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that. 100% agree with that. And I keep trying to like kind of like give a little of attention to it, to the Nikke players. I'll like post a cool poll that I got on the Nikke channel. Anybody else, I'd be like, hey, you're on the wrong channel. But you know, it's my Discord, so I can post things that are off topic. I gotta entice you with the sexy vampire mommies. Let's see. Dude, and the anime for Uma Musume was funny to watch. Dude, I believe it. But speaking of anime, there's some really good anime scenes in Silver and Blood. Kind of like how Nikke will do on rare occasions, but there's quite a few in like anime cutscenes in Silver and Blood. They're pretty dope. Okay, what was I trying to do? Oh, right. Okay, so PvP or arena loadout. Okay, so I could use a better helmet. I could use a better ring. It's kind of the... Okay, so I could definitely use a better ring there. I'm checking to see, like, what's my lowest stat Swift Rush equipment to see what I need better of. Well, I have no speed on the transistor. Okay, okay. I need a lot of helmets, though. I need a lot of helmets in general. What do I have here? Blue speed. No speed. I feel like maybe I want to get a wrist ring. Got another transistor there. Green speed, white speed. What about here? All right, so I have a lot of green speed for like almost everything, to be honest. Or a wrist ring. I want to say I'm going to go for a wrist ring, I think. Or a transistor. Risk. I mean, it's not going to make a huge deal either way. But they're definitely lower. I have better helmets on a lot of people than I do on either one of those things. So I'm trying to choose what I want to forge. And then we want an effect accuracy, because I have a lot of random janky things. I've got like defense, whatever. What do I have over here? HP bonus. Like, I mean, that's not bad actually on her, but defense, effect res, that's pretty good. But you can see how many of my units are using Swift Rush. That's why I need it. And like on Freya, like I have her on Alicorn, I don't need effect res, but I just don't have an effect accuracy to give her. So I need to forge an effect accuracy. So we're gonna go with, what did I say? A wrist ring and an effect accuracy core. Okay, so let's challenge some shit. Just for the sake of time, I'm gonna do Hell 4. Get that auto farming in the background while we do some other things. Do I have do I have a formation? Do I have a formation? No, I don't. Huh, okay, I guess I never set one for this. Okay, well, we'll just change this to Yelly. Whatever, that'll work. Although, why does Ling Lo have a weird shell on her? That's kind of weird. Let's replace that. Let's give, I mean, like, Fortissimo is good, but she's supposed to have Supernova. Yeah, there we go. And then I guess I'll give her. No, we want to put Fortissimo on our other girl. Yeah. She doesn't even have modules. What did I do? Why did I take all this stuff off? Whatever. We're going to give her Fortissimo. There we go. Mount. Okay. We're prepared. That can go in the background. Okay, so we got the module forge. We'll take a look at what that actually does in a second. Now that I know what I want to actually forge. We also got an update here with the events that change. That's fine, whatever. And the summons. We have our 2 new units, which I have not pulled for. So maybe I'll do some summons. Okay, hold up. I'm going to write some notes for me, so when I'm recording the video, I won't completely lose track of time or like go off topic too much. Okay, so what am I going to talk about in this video? Okay, I think the first thing I'll do is talk about the... We'll talk about the forge. Yeah. That's not how you spell forge. Forge. There we go. All right. So first thing I'll do is talk about the forge. And then I'll talk about new units. And then I will talk about bug fixes / nerfs. Because that's kind of a thing. Okay. Okay. So let's go to the item forge. Events. Let me put one in here just so I know what's happening. So I'm going to go with a wrist wheel. Yeah. Next step. How do I do this? Let me see. Reconfigure. Okay. Okay, so this is what it gave me. Okay, so I do need more of these. Okay, so I need to keep farming these. That's what I thought. I was worried I wasn't going to have enough. So that's why I went to farm the modules from Doki Doki, because I can't actually do this yet. Used to craft modules in the, yeah, forge event. Okay. So, let me go back. And then does this show me like the drops that I get from this? No? Does it not show? I feel like it should. Oh, okay, yeah. So they just show up here. All right, so we'll let this farm in the background for a little bit so I can have enough to actually, you know, do it. And in the meantime, let me do my union boss run so we can get that out of the way. Oh, also, I need to update the Twitch information. So it's going to be Etheria. There we go. The proper game is there. Okay, so if I'm fighting this dude, I need to choose some friend units. I feel like everybody needs to know you can choose 2 friend units. I feel like a lot of people don't realize or they forget that you can use 2 assist units, 2 support units. Also, this is not intuitive. This is a bad localization. Like, look at this. I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here, okay? I realize that the devs are Chinese and localization can be tricky. But like these are terms that are commonly used and they for sure could have done better with this. Like, so my units are called allies and my union's units are called supports. I think you can already see why this is confusing and why some people don't know what's happening. Because like support is like an archetype of units. It's like, oh, are these all the support units like my healers and whatever? No. Support are your allies, right? No. But your allies are your units. Why are your units called allies? And then your union's units that you can use to help you are called support. I don't know. It feels really clumsy and like not intuitive. And I think until you just like realize what's happening, people could easily like not realize what's going on there. So did you guys pull for the new units? Like, who pulled for any of the new units? They're kind of a mixed bag from everything I've seen. I'm going to do some polls when I record the video, by the way. So I'll do them live here on stream. But I feel like it's hard to get excited about them. Even though they're pretty good, I feel like they're not as good as people... They're not as good at the things that the preview suggested they'd be good at as people thought they would be. And it's just hard to get enthused about them. Because it's just like since they don't do any kind of event or story, it's like here's some other random characters that you know nothing about. One thing I will say that's kind of a big W, offering the 5x. That definitely helps with stuff like this. The 5x was a good move. But I wonder how many people are even playing this. Like, serious question, okay? I can tell just by how much quieter chat is now compared to when I was playing Nikke a minute ago. Like, that tells me something. So, like, if you are watching right now, let me know in chat if you are playing Etheria. Sound off in chat, okay? It doesn't matter if you're playing casually or if you're in my union or whatever. If you play Etheria, let me know. And I know there's obviously a lot of people outside my audience that are going to be playing Etheria. And there are people that watch my videos that don't actually catch all the streams, and they're playing Etheria. But I'm just curious because, like, you know, usually the people that watch my streams are some of the more, like, you know, consistent people in the community. People that are going to be the most involved or care enough to actually, like, have me in the background for, like, 2 or 3 hours or whatever, you know? And so I'm just curious, like, if people in that kind of, like, we'll call you the core group, you know? You're well, it, like, froze for a second there. That was weird. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't. Because a lot of people have left the game, unfortunately. And I was talking to somebody about this earlier today, actually. Just really recently. Hey, we got a triple S. Like, what I want to do about that, you know? Because ultimately, I make videos, I stream for fun. Like, I hope that I add some kind of, like, value to the community, whether it's through, like, pure entertainment or actual, like, you know, strategy help. But ultimately, it is because, like, I just want to do it. And sometimes I'm just not sure if I want to keep doing it with this game. Vermouth says my game time budget only has time for Pikmin. Okay, that was not... Bro. That was definitely kind of out of left field. Like, I was not expecting to hear about Pikmin, but, you know, respect for that. Pikmin is a unique franchise, and I've played a couple of the games, actually, I think. Anyway, you only have time to play Pikmin and Nikke, mostly Nikke. I mean, Nikke is great. I feel like Nikke wins out in so many things, right? There we go. We got our triple S clear. Because Ms. Olive plays it. Okay, so she plays Pikmin. So I played a Pikmin game as a kid once, and then I more recently played a Pikmin game because my partner wanted to play it with me, so that's understandable. I feel like that's how a lot of those kind of games go. It's like, oh, yeah, I'll play this with you because why not? Bob says you're waiting for Silver and Blood, to be fair. Okay, I mean, yeah. And that is totally fair. And I kind of like, I feel that vibe, you know? I feel that vibe. They're like, people were here for Nikke, and then some are hanging out just because you love my voice, you know, naturally, of course. And some of you are hanging out until I get to Silver and Blood after this. Not a lot of people hanging out because I'm playing Etheria. Okay, I think we have enough to actually do... Well, here. I'll wait until it's done so I can do another cycle before... so we can just be like farming in the background while I'm doing the video to talk about the Forge. This video is probably not going to change anybody's mind. If anybody's already like not hyped for Etheria, this video is not going to change your mind. And I am not announcing that I'm quitting, by the way, for the record. Although I'm going to be honest with you, I have considered it. I have considered if it's time to quit. Pikmin Bloom has no option to skip animations. Nikke allows you to skip the game. You'd less want to skip animations. Dude, I don't know why. Or actually, I do know why. But it's annoying when games don't let you skip any animations. But generally the reason why, if there are games that don't let you skip animations, it's because they're hiding loading screens and they just like put an animation in there, but it has to take the time to load. Which kind of just is what it is then. Let's do the shell story. Get the little mini game. Play the board game. Got a green dice, nice. That rhymed. I didn't expect that. I will roll a 3 because you have better rewards if you go down this path. So I want to guarantee myself landing on the arrow. Ah, oh, come on. I really hope I roll a 1 or a 2 here. I probably won't, but... Okay, okay. Hey, we got the magnet. At least that gave us some extra stuff. Skipped this, though. That would have been nice. Got dinner on the table. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Vermouth. Enjoy your dinner. Now I roll 2 1s in a row. All right, would have been cool if I did back there, but whatever. XD screwing me over again. All right, can I buy anything? No. Can't buy shit. Lone Syndicate stopped watching Etheria content after you just quit Etheria altogether, except for your videos. Hey, I appreciate you watching anything Lone Syndicate, and that makes a lot of sense. I mean, like, if you quit the game, it is what it is, you know? And we, you know, people are quitting the game for various reasons. And the ironic thing is, like, the game is like doing this. Like, it's getting better and worse at the same time. It's kind of weird. Like, I haven't really seen another game do what Etheria is doing. And that's not necessarily a good thing. It's just kind of strange. Okay, cool. So we can start farming again. Oh, I should have done Inferno that time. Damn it. Oh well, whatever. Okay. So let's go to the event. And we can start recording. Wait, whoa. All right, record. Test. Good. Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Etheria restart video. I'm recording this live, so we got chat up there in the upper left. Everybody say hello to YouTube if you feel like it. I have a lot of things. So honestly, this video is just going to be like kind of a yap about Etheria. If you have, you know, thoughts, you're feeling some type of way about this game, this is the video for you. You got nothing better to do, this is a video for you. Otherwise, I don't know if this is going to be terribly productive. But I want to talk about the new things in the update. Okay, so I'm specifically going to go over this module forge, and we're also going to talk about the new units and some of the things that are good and bad, and just kind of like generally how I'm feeling and how I think the community is feeling. So let's look at the module forge. I've started this, but I haven't completed it. Okay, so first of all, I will say, don't switch back and forth. Okay. I put in the wrist wheel after I had checked which piece of equipment had my lowest average speed, okay? I would recommend doing Swift Rush, by the way. Just it's going to be from account to account, but just if you're looking for a recommendation, you're not sure what to do, I would use the Module Forge to get Swift Rush, just because more units in the game than anything else use Swift Rush. It's good in PvE, it's good in PvP. Pretty much all your supports want it. Some of your DPS want it. Swift Rush is just so, like, it's really good. You're going to need a bunch of them. Anyway, so I found the piece. For me, it's the wrist wheel that has my lowest speed for the units that I use. So I'm doing a wrist wheel. For piece 2, I'm again going to do Swift Rush. And this will really kind of vary, but I am going to do effect accuracy. I think a lot of people are recommending effect accuracy. Again, just more units are going to need effect accuracy than other types of things on here. But I could potentially see people doing HP bonus if they're trying to get really good stuff for like their healer, or even potentially attack bonus or crit rate. But I think like effect accuracy or effect res, honestly, are some of the good ones. Definitely stay away from the flat ones where it's like, you know, flat HP or whatever. Like that's trash. Anyway, so I'm doing effect accuracy. Once you make the selection, you're stuck. I mean, you could pay 100 of these. You get this currency simply by farming modules. So just farm in the background, you'll get the currency to be able to do this. Yeah. So at this point, I can like see what my base stats are on here, and like, do I want to lock anything or not? Let's say if I lock effect res, reconfigure right now costs 100. If I lock effect resistance, it now takes 200. So I'm not going to lock anything because honestly, I want to make sure that I can get speed on here no matter what, and speed isn't showing up, and that's going to give me the most chances, right? So let's reconfigure. Hey, look at that. I got speed. I also got crit rate, crit damage, and HP bonus. This is pretty good. Getting effect res would be great, but we'll overwrite and we'll keep that. And yeah, I can claim that now. Honestly, that's pretty cool. Are you sure you want to accept this module? Only one module of this part can be crafted during this event. So you'll want to think about this, but I mean, you know, I can wait to claim this because I can just like wait until I farm a bunch of this, and then you can, you know, kind of like when you're ready, see how many different ones you want to do, and then you'll know if you want to like redo modules. So there's no rush on this, right? Because you can do this multiple times in a day as long as you have enough currency, and then again, come back in here, do the equipment that you want the most. So enough on that. What do I think about this event overall? It's not great, okay? Like, this is a good function, but is anybody actually think this is good? Like, I mean, again, we wanted a way to reduce the RNG and somehow like not keep getting the same trash that we're always getting, right? So being able to reconfigure, to re-roll equipment is good, but why is this an event that's only a week long? Okay, this should just be a feature of the game. And so we have to feel like now we're spending all of our energy on farming modules so we get enough currency so we can get these things. And I think one of the big weaknesses of Etheria is just the way they do events. I've never played a game that had events that felt so unexciting. You know, like there's just no hype, okay? Like even as much as we want this function of the module forge, it's just not as good. It's not good as an event. This should just be part of the game modes that you have, right? And yet we get new characters, which that's cool. We're going to switch to talking about them. But we get no story about them, right? Like they're just, here's some random anime drawings, like hope you like their design, and admittedly they do have pretty good designs. Usually the units look pretty cool in this game, but there's literally nothing to get you invested in them. So we're gonna do some polls now, and basically Ninfo here, Ninfoniel, she is a support unit, right? I mean, I'm not going to go through all the skills here. I'm sure you already know what she does. She looks cool. She's got this flying dragon over here. I haven't tested her yet because I'm going to do my polls now. But she seems like a valuable unit. That said, she is not like amazingly making people able to pass things like Rengokutsu, and that was kind of like what they were selling her on. And I just feel like you can comfortably pass her, and there's a lot of other ways to beat Rengokutsu. And of course, there's always more than one way to do it, but like, I don't even think she's that like. There's multiple things you can do here. Like, she's not like going to make this easy. You know what I mean? Like, even if she is good with Rengokutsu, she's not that much better. Like, there's other units that allow you to beat him just as easily. So, cool, but I'm not going to get like super hyped for this unit. And then you have Batsby here. He's more of a DPS. And I do like that he inflicts vulnerable. That's always good. I've seen some crazy stuff. I forget who I was watching, so unfortunately I can't give them a shout out. But I have seen him like two-shot a boss, which is great. That said, it's on like, bosses that are probably being beaten by most people pretty easily already. And you could already like beat bosses in maybe like 3 or 4 shots with the right setup with like Liliam or Didding. Having more options is good, but he's also going to be pretty narrow application. You're only going to really use him if you're fighting a red boss. And so I'm probably actually going to pass on him. So we're going to do some pulls for Nin here, and let's do our 10 times summon. And the gacha is probably the best thing about this game. Because honestly, it's really free to play friendly. Like, it's very easy to save up and get at least one copy of like every RGB character. LOD characters, a little bit of a different story. But even then, it's like, it's pretty generous, Like, the gacha is not a problem. What I think is a problem is the updates that they do for like balance adjustments or bug fixes. So many of you guys have probably heard about the change that they are making to the interaction of Tiamat. I'd go to this banner just because she's being displayed, of Tiamat and Amber. Where Amber's downside, or like it'll save you when you're about to die, but the downside is that you're like frozen there, and so you kind of have to wait to come back. Whereas with Tiamat, she would immediately like cleanse herself and then heal again, and it was like you just have like a brand new Tiamat again. So it was Amber was particularly insane with Tiamat, and a lot of people built their Tiamat because of that, and now they're changing it. And that's not good. But even if they were going to change her, they are calling this a bug fix, which I think is disingenuous. This is an interaction that has been in the game since launch, and it just lowers people's confidence in the game and like what they want to invest in. We all know that getting perfect lattice is a major headache, okay? It's super slow. We got purple lights again, so that sucks. And so if you're going to invest in a unit, you want to know that it's going to do what it's going to do. And they had even previously said that they would not make any big changes in the middle of a PvP season. Well, there are already 2 strikes on that because they're hiding this nerf by calling it a bug fix, which we all know. I mean, okay, we don't know. If you work for XD, please tell me if we're wrong here. But we're pretty sure that this is just a nerf because the meta environment that they created is heavily skewed to bruisers, and people are just not having fun anymore because the matches take like 20-30 minutes, and so they're trying to like eat away at that a little bit by doing like a nerf to Tiamat, which honestly it's not going to change things up that much, but like they see a problem and so they're trying to do it. And instead of just saying, hey, we messed up, we're doing this, they're trying to claim that it's a bug fix, and that feels really bad. The second strike they have on not making changes in the middle of the season is with Liliam. Now this, they admitted They did not call it a bug fix, but about a week after she was released, they gave her a huge buff. Okay, buffs always feel better than nerfs, but one, they are violating the idea of not changing things in the middle of the season. And secondly, a lot of people waited to kind of see what was happening with Lilianne. Her results were mixed. She was honestly very good, but people didn't think she was as good as they wanted her to be. So they invested in somebody else, maybe Tiamat. And then they buffed Liam, and you're like, well, thanks. All right. Now, your boy here was lucky. I waited even longer, and so I got to invest and build my Liliam. But imagine if you were someone who built something else, and then you're like, all right, well, now I have this unit that is super OP that I can't even use because they buffed her later. And particularly if you were someone who pulled the Liam, got screwed over by her buff, and the unit you put lattices into instead was Tiamat, and now a couple weeks later, Tiamat is nerfed. That is terrible. Like, I feel so bad for those people. And it just makes things feel less fun. It makes you afraid to invest in anything, whether it's actually like spending real world money or just to invest your in-game resources, because who knows what's going to happen. Maybe you have a cool idea. Maybe you're going to build a new unit. Hey, look at that. We finally pulled her. I've been having pretty bad luck on these pulls. And then, it just, I think that's really bad. Yes, we will share this to get our hydro crystals. Honestly, a beautiful unit. Love the dragon in the background. Cool design. Cool design. Gotta, give them props where they're due. So I'm probably not going to build this girl. One, I actually don't even have any lattices on hand at the moment. But I'm just going to wait. Again, she's not a game changer. A solid unit, but she's not a game changer. And so I'm just going to wait on that. One more thing I will give them props for is the 5x speed. So, I mean, let's go back into the battle. We used to have only 1, 2, or 3 times speed. Because I'm on continuous battle, actually, I can't change it. But we can now do 5 times speed, which we could always previously do for the Infinity Train, but only on Infinity Train. Thank you for doing 5 times speed. That's a good thing. We know this game is really grindy, so 5 times speed is definitely a good thing. The thing here, I guess, like I said, this is going to be a yap. So it's been like, I've been just yapping about all kinds of things here, good and bad, mostly bad. This is meant to be a PvP game that they want to be like an esport, and that's okay, that's good. But I feel like people are starting to not have fun even with the PvP for all the reasons I already said and probably more. And the balancing that they're doing isn't really working, and they're just like lowering people's confidence. I'm okay with saying, okay, this game doesn't do story at all. That's fine. Maybe the gear is grindy, but I can like try and min-max this and like be competitive. But I just don't know if even that is really working, because when you look at the state of the meta and the fact that it takes so long to find matches nowadays, and if you're in the higher ranks, you will literally not get matches for like 20, 30 minutes because just no one is wanting to play, that's a really bad sign. And I've never seen a game that's getting like worse and better at the same time, just with opposite things. It's kind of weird, because they do listen to community feedback and they are involved and they're trying to make a good PvP game. But I just think maybe they're just bad at it. Like, that's not me like throwing shade either. Like, I genuinely feel like they're trying and they're just not good at it. A lot of times when like gotchas are in trouble, you think, oh, it's like too greedy. It's like only catering to whales. or, you know, they don't listen to community at all or whatever. You know, like that's not really like, none of that is really the case with Etheria. I think they're just not really good at their job. Like, I don't know how else to say it. So let me know your thoughts. This has definitely been like a long video. I just wanted to talk about the stuff in the new updates and like things that have recently happened. I haven't completely given up on the game, but I'm considering no longer making videos. We'll see what happens. The thing I like the most, I'll show you what I like the most about this game. The union PvP, the guild versus guild, okay? We have a competitive union. Shout out to all of the people in my union. I love you guys. We're doing well. We have a great win-loss record. We just got some new people as well. It's fun. But this is the one thing making me hold on to this. And I can tell you, even when I stream, like seeing how inactive chat goes when I play this versus the other games that I stream is very telling. So yeah, take that for what you will. But yeah, I would love to hear in the comments below, even if you don't play Etheria, if you're watching this video for some reason, or you do play Etheria, let me know what you think. Did any of this vibe with you? All right. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos of maybe other games. I'll catch you guys in the next video or stream. All right. Bob says, I just killed Armored Spirit in Tomb of the Fallen. Nice. Congrats. All right, so with all that in mind, we're going to collect this and switch to Etheria Restart. Switch to Etheria Restart. Switch to Silver and Blood, excuse me. So... and like in most games, right after I pull a unit, like I'm going to want to try them out, right? I'm going to gear them up and like go try and beat something. But I just don't really have the incentive to do that. Like, it's not about me just like, oh, I don't feel like playing Etheria. I just like, I don't know. I don't even really need to do that. Hey, look at that. The game actually showed up in the center for once without weird technical problems. Lone Syndicate says, kind of a shame because despite everything, you really like the game and its combat, but besides getting stronger, a big reason you play these games are for the characters, and the game wasn't doing either for me. I mean, nothing to be ashamed of, man. They just need to make a game that's more enticing. Like I mentioned this before on last stream, I think. Like there's 3 things that will keep people interested in a game. One of them is the core game mechanics. The other one is the story. And the third one is the visuals. And, you know, I just don't know if Etheria is ticking any of those boxes for people nowadays. All right, we updated the stream. And let me see, I guess I'll post this over here. Oh, what happened? All right. Yeah, so we just got an update. We got a new unit in Silver and Blood. I'd like to talk about her too, but not going to be able to, unfortunately. Just because, like I said, I am going on vacation starting tomorrow. But yeah, Quinn. She's a new tank. She's like a self-sustaining healing tank. Definitely got the like Lolita look if you're looking at things in those terms, but she has that kind of like classic Victorian lady with the parasol. Dude, the vibes of this game are just like immaculate. She looks really strong. From what I hear, from what I've read, she's not a must pull. Dude, this music in the background is so hype. I'll never get tired of this in the background. Like organ music that just like goes hard. Like it's good. Anyway, Quinn is really, really good, but I think just unlike with Timeless Iona, where she's like, oh, the best DPS in the game, the tank role is just not as important, right? So even though she's really good, I wouldn't stress about her. Get some new login rewards. Bob one-tapped Quinn. Nice. All right, send and receive some friend points. Dude, how do I get rid of this notification? Oh, because I could claim 100 moon tiers. Okay, nice. Yo, they did not make that obvious at all. Like, that was not intuitive that, like, I could collect those moon tiers. But okay, good.
The longest journey begins with a single step.
And we'll do our extra... no, we'll wait to do the extra sermon. We'll wait to do the extra sermon. Oh, no, you were saying I should one-tap Quinn? I'm not going to pull. I'm going to hold. Because I have Bella, which... Ooh, update. I actually got max limit break Bella. So, one down on the road to breaking the 160 wall. It would be cool if I could break the 160 wall before I even get to 160, which I think is plausible. Because look, I've got Bella at max limit break, and then I've got two units, just one away, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units that need 2 more. So I think I'm in a pretty healthy space, and I'm only level 97. Does she really revive all teammates? Quinn, I don't think she revives all teammates. Let's look at her really quick here. Let's go to Embrace.
Borders are drawn by people. Flowers don't understand such things.
So she heals herself. And I know she does something about preventing death. Let's see. For 15 seconds, creating a garden. During this time, all allied units gain all damage taken down. And when she gains damage taken down, she shares the damage taken by allies. Okay. So, again, good tank roll there. And after casting her ultimate, she restores 4 stacks, while Quinn restores 8% of max HP every 1 second. Okay. So big damage share, damage taken down, and self-healing ability on the ultimate. For her special, after the battle begins, applies Parasol Shelter. So right away at the beginning, she's going to apply this buff. And when it is removed, she restores HP equal to 30% of Quinn's max HP to all allies. So this just happens when she takes fatal damage. Then she'll heal everybody. She doesn't revive all the other allies. I think this is probably what you were asking about. So when she's about to die, she comes back and then heals everybody else. Basic attack is basic attack, obviously. And then for her other talent, when allied units lose HP equal to 100% of her max HP, Quinn gains 1 stack of Scar of Crawley upon 4 stacks. Once her HP percentage falls below 50%, 1 stack is consumed and restores 25% max HP. So more like insane self-healing. So she's really, really durable. And will share damage taken from allies. So, again, has proven to be a very strong tank from what I've seen.
Oh, this is a fine item indeed. You have a good eye.
Thank you. I do have a good eye. I'm going to hold on to these. I really kind of want to buy that Lamia, but I'm going to hold on. Oh, other announcements that you might not have seen. I got Transcendent Hottie, which, dude, I like how they just start the camera there, of course. So that's pretty cool. She is an ancestor, which is like the pilgrim equivalent if you're like speaking in Nikke terms. And I also got Lamine, who's another like quote unquote pilgrim. Really cool unit. I was hoping to get her. She has kind of an interesting kit. I haven't had a chance to play around with her much. But she's kind of fun. She's kind of fun and just like really cool design. Let me give her some better equipment.
Welcome back. I've prepared your room for you.
And okay, I guess I'll give better equipment to Clive Jr. too. What do I have to do to get stronger? I think that's everybody now, right? Okay. Gotta collect more stuff. No. Oh, wait. There's a free thing. I'll collect the free thing. Thank you. More free stuff. Nice. Got some perfect shards. So something I would like to point out to people. If we go back to the gacha and go to the standard banner, notice that Timeless Iona is not on here, okay? However, she was not a limited unit, so keep that in mind. So what that means is you could wait until the next update when it's thought that Timeless Iona will get onto the standard banner. If you've been playing for a little while longer, that's probably what you want to do. But if you're a brand new player, again, you're just trying to clear the 160 wall and you already got at least one copy of Timeless Iona, honestly, I wouldn't save my pulls. I just keep pulling. Eventually, Timeless Iona will come onto the banner and then just like don't worry about it. But just something for you to think about. Something for you to think about. Lamine costs 5 though. Yeah, so it is going to be slower to use her ultimates. I think she has pretty high potential. Like, she has really cool abilities, but it is, yes, definitely a valid point. Her ultimate costing 5, I think it makes her less viable. But I'm just a fan. She's a cool unit. Hey, look at that. We'll save this till the end. We got a shard. It's only a rare one, but we'll do it at the end. Okay, let's do our new moon check-in rewards. Nice. Oh, we got the background. That's cool. Do I actually want to change the background? Sure, we'll do it. We'll do it. Wait, no. Hello? Customize. Who do I want to take out? I don't know. Dude, I like them all so much. We'll take out Transcendent Hottie just for like the moment. Just to put like the new thing on here. We'll try it out. That's pretty badass. With Baphomet in the background there. It's cool. The thing about these is like they don't have the animations, so it's not as cool, but sure. We'll leave it there for the moment.
A fulfilling day indeed.
A fulfilling day indeed. They will mix 1% and 2% units. I'm not exactly sure what you're saying, but yes, you can get whatever the rarity is of the unit. You can get them all on the standard banner, with just the exception that Timeless Iona has not been added to the standard banner yet. However, you cannot put the 1% units, the ancestors, on the wish list. They're like a total random chance of getting them. Let's go to the castle. Don't wander around aimlessly. I like the aesthetic of this. I like the aesthetic of everything in this game, to be honest. But I like the aesthetic of like the castle being the menu. It's pretty cool. Like the art direction on this game is just so good.
A fulfilling day indeed.
Council chamber. All right. time to talk to some friends. We're going to take out Van Helsing. And I'm going to add Iona. Because I got my second copy of her. So I can level up her affection more now. Alright, regarding allowing vassals to use alchemic facilities independently. Kane has reported that many vassals have been secretly using the castle's alchemic facilities. I'm considering granting permission for the use of these facilities. What are your thoughts on this? It's definitely worth a try. If vassals use the research with the alchemic facilities more, it can enhance the power of our entire family in the long run. Swaney says, are you completely oblivious to risk? Our family has to study alchemy for ages. In my view, it would be far more reassuring to keep the right of use firmly in our own hands. The feedback on this is pretty vague. Yeah, it's hard to figure out what the correct answer is. Normally, I've managed to like pick the right one, but it is hard to figure it out. So what are your thoughts on allowing this? A sensible decision. Okay, so I think Otavia is for allowing people to use it. There are risks, but the potential profits are substantial. Okay, so Bella is for it. The future shall unfold from this very moment. No idea what that means. Both sides have their merits and drawbacks. It's a real dilemma. Okay, so she's kind of split. Don't be too cocky. You're nothing but a vassal. Dude, Lamia never has anything productive to say. She's always just, like, annoyed. Okay, so postpone the decision, I think, would work for Haughty and potentially Iona. I have no idea what Lamia meant. I think Bella and Otavia say allow independent use. So I'm going to go with allow independent use. Okay, that was the right decision for Otavia. It was the right decision for Bella, so I predicted that correctly. It was the right decision for Timeless Iona. That's nice. Not good for Haughty. Okay, I thought she was more like okay with it, but I guess not. And Lamia is totally down for it, even though she sounded really pissed off. So, okay, great. Overall, that was good. That was good. And we got affinity up on 2 units. Okay, anything else in here that I need to do?
A fulfilling day indeed.
So if we go to the vassals, we can collect our new rewards.
Allow me to solve all your problems.
Wait, where is that? Oh, it's here. Invitation. There we go. Journal. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't spend time reading these. Even though I really like the story and the lore, that's one thing I just feel like I don't have time for. Oh, there is no journal yet for Otavia. I don't know why they haven't like given her a journal. It's kind of weird. Coming soon. Like, she's in the game, you can advise her, but we don't have a journal yet. It's kind of bad. Kind of unfortunate, because it's my favorite character.
Is it my turn to shine?
Okay, I guess I got some clan points I can add to the Ancestral Vault. Fill up the chalice with blood. Do I have an alert in here? Oh, it's just because of that. I always forget it's because of this. Okay, so let's take a look at the new event. I hear the event is fully voiced, which is cool. Sign in. Oh, I already claimed it. Okay. These are our missions. In the shop. Okay, cool. Ooh, we can get 20 of these black scrolls. Vestige of Love. And then 20 Soothing Embrace. And then like skill up materials. That's going to be the next priority. Faction bonuses. Standard leveling resources. Oh, this is good. So Divine Blood is basically like core dust. So for this event, maybe I'll be able to get some of this. For the last event, again, I'd only been playing like a week, so I hopped in right in the middle. I just made sure I got all of these, and I wasn't able to get anything else. Imbued vassals. So what do we get a bonus for? So we're all going to get Agnes for free, apparently, but she's not out yet. I'm not pulling for Quinn, so we can use Kane and Augustine. Haughty, Transcendent Haughty. Okay, all right. Or if you don't have any of these, at least you can get a little bit of bonus from Clive, Clive Jr., and Baphomet. Hopefully nobody is reduced to using Baphomet. Clive is actually pretty good, though. You always choose the top option during your advising? Okay. That's worked out for you so far? Alright, so this will probably be really easy because it's the first level. Dude, Bella's puppets, I'm not gonna lie, they definitely get annoying. In fact, let's turn them down. I'm just gonna make everybody quieter. Alright, resume. So I was like, we'll send them to hell. Alright. Oh, we lost. Yo, okay, hold up. I was not paying attention. So, I am surprised about that. How can I change this? I think we should move Bella. And maybe that's all we really want to change. I thought that these were going to be weaker than they are. Maybe they're stronger than I predicted. I think I'll change these as well. Okay, let's try this. Need 10,000 divine blood to crack level 100. Yeah, so just like I always said with... Ooh, so Iona's going down quickly. Interesting. Alright, so we're going to lose again. I did not expect the first stage to be that difficult. Okay, well, let's just go back out for now. Huh. Yeah, very surprising. But we'll come back. Let's just go through the normal story. We haven't touched this at all yet. So we'll do the normal moonlit journey. Can you guys hear that?
Reducing its already barren lands to a lifeless waste. From the south came a chilling report.
Dude, the voice acting is really high quality.
To Dracula, blood-fed clans festered and multiplied in the shadows. In the north, the Ganalon wandered dried-up riverbeds. A single careless crossing shattered the uneasy truce between two long feuding families. War now loomed, poised to consume the last of the land. A young hero.
That's Quinn.
Onto the battlefield. 3 centuries after the full outbreak of the Black Blood disease.
A young hero gave this dying land a chance at rebirth. What happened next? There must be more.
She's just reading the book. That's cool.
Oh, that's it? You can't end it there? What kind of cartographer stops a story at the climax? Ah! But still, from this moment on, that young hero is my new idol. The song she penned is absolutely breathtaking. I must treasure it in secret, where no soul will ever discover it.
That's your 8th idol this month.
Lyra! When did you sneak up on me?
Agnes, I'm warning you again. Stop wasting time on unverified stories. If your grandfather hears about this, I'm the one who'll get scolded.
It's not just some story. It's It's a legend.
Make no assumptions without evidence.
Apparently she's kind of a bookworm. Bookworm.
No wonder you keep failing the exams. Just like your last evaluation said. Lacks research discipline, prone to flights of fancy. Are you seriously planning to get certified through your grandfather's influence?
You're right. This can't go on any longer.
She's got her head in the clouds,
You're
nose in her
destined
book.
to become the greatest cartographer in all of Menexus. It's time to prove these stories aren't just legends. They're history.
And how do you plan to prove that? You know full well, only licensed cartographers are permitted to conduct temporal surveys.
That's it!
Huh?
Only licensed cartographers are permitted
Is
to
Impuza the game's Rappy? You could kind of say that, I suppose.
You've been eyeing that mapping ruler for weeks, haven't you? My allowance is in the second drawer, left side. Use as much as you need. I'll be gone for 2 days. Cover for me with grandfather, please?
Agnes, your books! You didn't even bring your survey tools! No, this is bad. At least tell me, where are you going?
I read grandfather's journal. There's a divine body hidden in the cave at Lupine Forest.
Oh, that's a
It can cross
beautiful
realms.
shot.
Tonight's the full moon. I'm going 600 years into the past.
Huh. So is this whole event story 600 years in the past?
3 centuries before the full outbreak of the Black Blood disease.
Made it. Damp, dark stone walls dripping with moisture. This has to be the cave in Lupine Forest. Location confirmed. Fungi are still in their primitive state. Unchanged in size. All signs match the conditions from 600 years ago. Not bad at all. First temporal landing, spot on. Just what you'd expect from the future greatest cartographer in all of Menexus. Now then, time to track down.
Dude, those are some huge mushrooms.
And that license.
At last. I've been waiting for you.
Middle-aged stranger. Okay.
Sorry. Did I startle you? I am James Murray. Lady Layla sent me to receive you. Ganelon's future envoy?
Hello. My name is Agatha Ganelon, licensed professional cartographer. Grandfather never said there'd be someone waiting for me during a temporal survey. This is incredible.
Wait, you're not denying it?
She's funny.
You really are from the future? My beloved Layla instructed me to meet an envoy from the future, here in the depths of the cave, on the eve of the full moon. I thought she spoke in jest.
The one and only. For instance, I know that in this era, the Lupine Forest has been ravaged by the scourges, and even the last water spring is nearly gone. Am I right?
Dude,
Yes, yes.
she shouldn't be saying that so enthusiastically. They're like, these people are going through a really rough time.
Not in a territorial dispute with the Bathory in the south over the Moontide Canal, right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Then I have critical news to share. Wait. Mister, wait, shh. Don't say a word. Whatever you do, don't look.
Is there like a spider behind him or something?
Move slowly, very slowly. Over here.
Agnes, why do you look so pale?
It's a blood beast.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no! I was so full of myself. I seriously thought to die during my firsts. Mr. James, if I fall here,
Being attacked by werewolves.
the Cartographers Association chairman. 600 years from now.
She's kind of a quirky character, but she's kind of cute.
Of the cartographers.
I'm convinced to be a fan.
Agnes, they're not blood beasts. They're just villagers.
Oh my gosh.
Past or future,
Now we're fighting
every me stands with you now.
so-called villagers.
We fight.
Maybe our understanding of blood beasts is incorrect.
Past or future, every me stands with you now. Let's have to custom.
Mpuza's more focused on Haughty. Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like
Without limit. Begin
Mpuza, I expected to be more in the spotlight than she has been, to be honest.
It's all Mr. James' fault for not stopping me. I was only trying to protect him.
But yeah, I think kind of the three main protagonists are like Noah, Mpuza, and Haughty.
Fell apart chasing you.
But seriously, why come to the forbidden grounds of all places? That's just asking to get infected by the plague.
Forbidden grounds. Plague. You mean this place? The Ashen Garden?
What? You call this a garden? In my time, this cave is one of the 12 forbidden grounds of the continent, known as the Black Root Hollow. You have no idea how dangerous it is. I only found out about it by sneaking a peek at my grandfather's diary.
Wait. We've been drinking water from here all this time.
Oh my god.
Isn't that basically slow suicide?
You've been drinking it?
They're all gonna get black blood.
Daylight's been getting shorter. Ganelon's stretch of the river is almost dried up. This underground spring is all we've got left.
We can't let the others in town get infected too.
So you're isolating them in the cave? Fortunately, the plague of this era only spreads through tainted water. As long as we steer clear of the foul sources, we should remain unharmed. Judging from what they just said, they're still lucid. So the infection's recent. But that mutation level, it's...
I know. Just yesterday it was a fever and some coughing. Now look at them. Usually it takes a week from first symptoms to full mutation. This is way too fast.
Drinking from the tainted stream alone shouldn't cause such rapid progression.
Something else going on here.
Don't be ridiculous. Nick, just hang in there. I'll fetch the wolfsbane. Wait.
Moon ladies are all well endowed. Yeah, I guess.
It's gone.
Is someone trying to accelerate the disease?
What? Deliberately accelerating it? But why?
To understand why, we first need to figure out how. Wolfsbane's the only thing keeping them alive, right? Don't you think its sudden disappearance is a little too convenient?
You're saying someone hid the medicine?
I mean, that logic
We can't be
tracks.
sure yet. But if they took it, they'll need it eventually. Let's search the area. The truth might be right under our feet.
We're victorious. For the moment.
All right, I'm invested. I'm invested. I'll hold off on doing the rest of them, just so you guys can go through the story like on your own now that you've just been introduced to the event. So I'll come back and do it on my own time. But really, one of the strengths of this game is I've said it so many times already. Like the story. The story is so good, and the fact that even the events are fully voiced. Come on, like that's so good. Oh, what I should do is see if I can level up because I collected a bunch of resources. So, let's see. Can I level up Iona?
Cause and effect intertwined.
And then
Things cycle.
nice. All right, synchro level is up on everybody. Then
The wind's path. I still have strength to spare.
everybody up to 9. Ooh, okay. All right. Well, we got our synchro up 1, and we got 2 more units leveled up. So that's good. Grab some more daily rewards. And let's go to
Cleaning is
the Infinite Abyss. So this is like your tribe tower. And what do I... Okay, so this is church units. I think I have some good church units.
The hour of execution has come.
Alright, so I've got Van Helsing. That's like obviously fantastic. I can finally get rid of Sir Garlic here. And instead put in Joanne. I haven't gotten to use her yet.
It's my turn.
But I think I'm going to change the order. We're going to move Yggdrasil all the way up.
Are you sure?
And then
Blades drawn.
I think we're going to do Joanne up here. And then I'm just going to put Van Helsing kind of just like off to the side over here. He's going to get hit by these guys, but I just don't want people in front of him. Yggdrasil is the main tank. And then we got our summoner in the back. And then we have 2 melee units beside Yggdrasil. So in theory, this should be a pretty good formation, I think. Dude, when Van Helsing uses his ultimate and he's like firing off all those like flaming green arrows, it's badass. Next floor. Dude, bro is a mess.
The hour of execution has come.
Yeah, we'll just stick with the same formation. Although this bat rushing forward to hit Van Helsing seems bad. But we'll see what happens. He might still just tank through it. Do I know the idle time to 100%? Not sure what you're talking about. What you're saying. How long does it take to get to 100%? I don't know, actually. I haven't paid attention to that. I'm not sure. That is a good question.
The hour of execution has come.
Oftentimes, I don't have time to check in during the day, so unfortunately, when I play in the evening, it's gotten to 100%, which means there was like hours where like nothing was happening, but it's okay. Like I said, playing the game casually, just enjoying it. I'm not trying to like min-max every moment of like idle resources, but it would be good to know. It would be good to know.
Cleaning is not my forte.
Okay, Impuza. She's not good at cleaning. She's an aristocrat. She has people for that.
A fulfilling day indeed.
Okay, let's do the Time Worn Mausoleum. See how far we can get in this. Okay, the last stage we had to defend from 2 different directions. We don't on this one, thankfully. So we'll put Hati right here next to Bella. Otavia right on the other side of Bella. And then we'll put Lamia here in the middle and Thomas Iona all the way in the back. This is a pretty standard setup. So we got tank up front, our 2 melee units next to her, and then we have like a mid-range mage, and then Iona can just like nuke things from far away. Using Lamine here is tempting, but she's new and I don't know if she'd be particularly good in this situation, so we're just gonna like go in with the team that I have like built well. Yeah, you just have to min-max things like you want to get the most resources you can. That's understandable. I mean, I definitely get that temptation. I'm trying to avoid that. Nice, we got a claw for Hati. Having a summoner in the Timeless Mausoleum is so nice because you can actually send units out there to the front. Sure, we'll grab this, and then we'll just expand the board more. Also, having units with long range, like Iona, it's critical. These don't do anything, so we'll expand the board. And, I mean, I guess, whatever, we'll just, like, stick that up there. Dude, these kind of enemies are so creepy. Like, you can't really tell in this stage, but on some of them, on the normal, like, story stages where you can see them more up close, they're really, like, freaky enemies. Not these guys, but all these on the 4 legs that I've, like, cleared that wave now. They're they're kind of like a stitched together person that's like the body is like turned in the wrong direction and stuff. It's pretty gnarly. Okay, so we'll add this, and sure, we'll take that too. Do we do co-op? So no, not today, not today. But what's up, Ironblood? Welcome. Where do I put this? I guess I'll just, I don't know, stick this over here, I guess. Bella being a cost 5 is also not the best, but Bella is just so good. In general, she's like worth it, right? Okay, so we're gonna take this lead here for this. Dude, I've got 3 things with one of the elements. I need the second one for all of them. I kind of need to expand, but I'm gonna take the opportunity to take the knife for Timeless Iona because, I mean, Timeless Iona, so. Okay, we got some salt. So we can complete an item. Nice. Finally. And then... Oh no, I can't expand. I built too vertically. No, I can't fit this on my board. That's unfortunate. Okay. So I guess I'll take this thing. Return. Iron Blood. You should definitely check out Silver and Blood, by the way, if you haven't already. Ooh, okay, so we can complete the claw. So let's just put this in the bag for the moment, and then move some stuff around so we can complete the claw. So now that's active for Haughty. We'll just put that back up there. And what does this connect to? Oh, it's a piece for Iona's dagger. That goes back in the bag. All right. So that's good. I guess we'll just leave this in the bag because it's not really doing anything for anybody. Well, I'll stick it up there for now, just so I can see if anything will match. Oh, we got a second wave with the creepy, twisted body guys. Do we give it a shot? Nice. Yeah, I've made a few videos about it, and I will continue to make videos. Okay, the silver doesn't do anything more. Beeswax will connect to that thing. Cool. And, ooh, good. We can expand the board again. You're prioritizing Uma Musume. Okay. Dude, a lot of people are enjoying Uma Musume. Is that like your #1 game? Is Nikke still your #1 game? Or is Uma Musume #1 now? Dude, it's getting crazy. I feel like we're starting to get overwhelmed. Ooh, okay. I can finish this piece of equipment. That will definitely be helpful. How can I move this? Let's do this. There we go. We have another active weapon. And I think I should expand the board. I really want to finish her dagger. I guess I'll take this and then just expand the board. Stick this over here. Ooh, we got another chest right away. All right, well, I guess it's good that I took that because I got a pearl that matches it right away. I want to take this because this belongs to Bella. if I get her weapon. Her chest. Ironblood says, Nikke is best game, but Uma Musume is a great second. Yeah, I think for me, like, obviously Nikke, #1 game as well. And Silver and Blood is becoming my second. It's, I'm liking it a lot. And I've really been wavering on Etheria lately. Alright, looks like we're going to clear this. We won't actually need to get another weapon. But hey, okay, well, there's Bella's chest that I just talked about. So let's move some things out of the way. Oops. And see if we can fit this in. Let's put that down there for a moment. Put her chest here. Put that over. There we go. That was worth it. Okay, completed. And then we'll stick that there. Does this go to anything? No, it doesn't. We will expand the board. Oh, immediately got another one. Okay. What will this gold go to? Nice, completed another item. And yeah, I don't even think we're gonna get a chance to use this, but we'll grab it. Vic says, regarding the Resident Evil collab, since you don't know much, you think I'd like Ada, most similar to the Stellar Blade characters? Okay, alright. Well, I'll hope for Ada then, I guess. I'm excited because the community is excited. And it's giving me a chance to learn some more about Resident Evil because I'm really, like, pretty ignorant about it, you know? You're psyched for the Resident Evil collab. Great for Halloween. Yeah, if it comes out during Halloween, that is a good point. That is a good Halloween tie-in. There's been a lot of speculation about when the collab will go live. So yeah, I'm going to be interested to see if it actually happens like in the next 2 weeks, or if it happens in October, or if it happens in February. I don't know. Like I said, a lot of speculation. Ooh, let's collect today's rewards. All right, let's do Tomb of the Fallen, and then I think we're gonna wrap up soon.
We fight to bring peace.
Yeah, we'll keep this formation. I think. Yeah. Sometimes having a tank isn't the best for bosses, but he summons a lot of adds, so I think we do want Bella. Besides, Bella is my highest limit break character, so I'd lose a lot of power if I didn't use her. Bob says you have a bit of collab fatigue since you want to catch up on summer units. I mean, that's totally understandable, which is why I was saying it would be nice if it takes a while for the collab to happen, because I think everyone is feeling a lot of fatigue. That's just the reality of it. We could all use a breather, which I think the Absolute event was low-key the breather that we didn't realize was actually happening, because it's just, you know, they were kind of hype characters and it seemed like the potential was maybe there for them to be super good, and it kind of didn't turn out to be that way. But a lot of people, I think, spent resources on them. But we probably could have taken a more chill approach to it. Vic says Jill and Ada for sure. The third could be a toss-up. Okay. I've heard a lot of people say Jill and Ada, and yeah.
And that's death.
I guess the third is more of a toss-up. You also had an old account for Blue Archive, and as soon as it came on Steam, you started to get into it again? Oh, dude, Blue Archive. I mean, it's one of the OGs at this point. Like, I don't know. How old is that game? It's not actually that old. But it's kind of old. Like, what year did Blue Archive come out? Let's see. I want to say, let me guess. I want to say it came out in like 2021, 2020, something like that. Yep, February 2021. Okay, yeah. So it's not super old, but it definitely has been going for quite a while. All right, we got tier 7. That was pretty good. We'll just quick slay the rest of these.
Did we overdo it?
Oh my.
They're out completely.
A fulfilling day indeed.
Moon blessings, yeah. Gimme, gimme. Oh, that's still the thing that I need to open. So we got new equipment. Nice. So let's upgrade Bella's equipment. Okay, good. We got a tier 6 on her now. And yeah, I guess we'll give it to Lamia next. Lamia is pretty good. I've definitely built a magic focused team, and Lamia really fits in with that. She can like debuff the enemies to take more magic, or does she buff people to do more magic? I forget. One or the other. But like my main squad, you can see magic dealer, magic. The kind of odd one out is Haughty, but she's just like one of the few crescent moons that I have, and I like her. I like her character. I got the skin for her. And having like an assassin is kind of valuable. That said, I do have Amy as an alternative, or Darcius. That's kind of it. Oh, I guess I have Joanne too, but I prefer Haughty, and everybody else is a magic dealer. So yeah, it gives some nice tier 6 on Lamia as well, not Lamine. And then I guess we'll upgrade, give some better equipment to Darcius. It's like now where like the equipment like trickles down to like who's the next best unit that I use, you know? Sure, we'll give it to Joanne. We'll give it to Kane. And then Augustine. Dude, bro is shredded. Like, look at that definition. That's crazy. Sure, quick equip. And then we're really getting down to units I'm not even going to use. But sure, we'll give some better equipment to Impuza. It's, you know, Impuza is likable. You think Girls Frontline 1 is the oldest in 2016? Is Girls Frontline 1 still live? Like, it didn't end? If it's still live, that's kind of crazy. Ooh, Ritual Chamber upgrades. Okay, so this will upgrade my faction stats. Darcius and Tihati is a good combo for future second team. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And I kind of like both of them from what I've used, just with like, you know, playing around with different units. So yeah. Dude, I was really surprised that I pulled Tihati. That was pretty good. And it was also like right after I saw her transcend in the story, which was really cool timing. All right, so we just have Arena left. I guess that's it. Okay. And Dutchman's Revenge. Oh, I unlocked the this whatever this artifact is called. What is it called? Oh. The Tribunal. No. Is that called the Tribunal? No, that's just like the name of like the mission. Eye of Truth, that's what it's called. Okay, yeah. So we can put Eye of Truth on Timeless Iona. And then of course I have the chronometer on Bella because it's got the effect with summons. Although it doesn't actually need to be on the summoning unit, but I might as well put it on her. And then Otavia and Lamia get the Philosopher's Stone. Get some better crit rate. They're both DPS units. Lamia likes to crit anyway. But anyway, Blood Arena, Blood Arena. There's a legacy version that came out. Oh, okay, gotcha. So people can still play Girls Frontline 1 if they want. Weren't the battle mechanics like completely different than in Girls Frontline 2? Okay, this looks like a relatively even match. What is his team like? Okay, so here we have a Lamine. It feels like Lamine is not good on a defense team like this, right? Because I can see where her like blood thing is gonna explode, so I can just like move my units. Now granted, they did kind of set up a trap here, so either I take the hit from the blood or I take the hit from their assassin. So I mean, you know, they did make it like a lose-lose situation. But I'm just gonna do this and avoid Lamine. And then probably do that. All right. Because if this goes off, if like I get hit by this on initially, I'm just giving them an advantage. Whereas here, we're just like trading a little bit of damage right away. Girls Frontline will never die. It's known as like a cockroach. All right, all right. The Darkness got vested yesterday, and now you're saving for next month to get a copy of Summer Mari. Yeah, Summer Mari looks good. Not gonna be super useful for you, just so you know. But yeah, I understand wanting to get her. All right, we took a PvP win. Nice. Let's try and find like kind of a, you know, even opponent. Oh, I gotta wait. I'm refreshing too fast. Everyone either looks scary or like incredibly easy. Let's try it again. All right, whatever. Let's just take an easy win. We'll just take the super easy win because it's not going to give me like an even match apparently. We'll just like shred these people super fast. Summer Mary would be a lot better if the buff for water code lasted 10 seconds instead of 3. I mean, fair enough, Lone Syndicate. But, yeah. This unit would be good if their buff lasted more than 3 times as long as it normally does. That checks out. I think we will just move like this. Warlock says you take that back. Impuza is the privity of Silver and Blood. Like just in attitude? I mean, kind of, yeah. Not as far as like what role or like how prominent they are in the story though. But yeah, they do give kind of similar vibes. I could see that. I could see that.
Care to give it a try?
All right. I think this is our last match.
To bring peace.
Well, that one was easier than I thought, actually.
Where violence and conflict.
All right, wait, do I have one more, or was that it? Yeah, I'm done, I'm done. So I'm trying to save up to get Pavana. But that's going to take a while. Definitely don't have enough arena currency for her yet. But it looks like it's going to be fairly easy to save up to get her. I don't think it's going to take, like, forever, but at least, like, a few more weeks, I would say.
Please come again. We look forward to your next visit. Do remember to come back.
Dude, Bella's puppets are honestly really annoying. Okay, I think that's it. So on my own time, I'm gonna have to come back here and do the rest of the event story, which looks really interesting. And oh, I do actually need to come back and try and challenge the Cosmic Singularity. I forgot. I didn't beat that. And just do any more stories that I want to do. But I think that's going to be it. Let's do this shard. So this is not a perfect shard. This is just the rare shard, which means you can get screwed over on this, like so many people do in molds in Nikke. Vic says, is this one of the games where you would prefer the dub? Yeah, I don't know. It defaulted to English, and the English VA has been great. It's really, really good. So I don't know if it was originally, if like the first dub was in a different language, but the English voice acting is like top notch. Honestly, like this could be like AAA game like voice acting. Which maybe the standard for that isn't even that high, but it's really good. It's really good. All right, so let's hope for something. The ideal target would be a duplicate of the unit that I have to try and get past the 160 wall. So probably what I would want the most would be a duplicate of Lamia. She's kind of a favorite of mine. She's really good DPS. Looks really good too. Also, even though I don't already have her, getting my first copy of Acapella would be really nice. She's like the best Crescent Moon in the game, probably. Also, I don't have her yet, but getting Ressa would be nice. So those are probably my top targets. Otherwise, just anything I already have, right? Like getting another Hati would be good. Getting another Otavia would be good. Yeah. But, all right. Any SSR would be good. It's Iona, so we did not win that gamble. Don't buy these. I tell people, don't buy these. Only buy the perfect shards. Actually, let me go to the shop really quick. Do I have currency to buy more of them? I don't. Okay. But yeah, don't buy these. This was in my video on mistakes to make. Don't buy the advanced shard. Only get the perfect shard. Yeah. One round around the lobby. And let's end on Lamia. Let's end on Lamia because why not? Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. We will go back to the Tuesday, Friday schedule next week. It's just I'm out of town tomorrow, so I came back to Thursday. And more Silver and Blood videos coming. I will upload my Etheria video, my yap on that later tonight. And of course, looking forward to any more Nikke news and any more developments with Resident Evil. We'll see how much they drip feed us info with that. So yeah, anyway, hope you guys have a good night, morning, afternoon, full moon, whatever it might be in your time of the world. And I will catch you guys in the next video or stream. Peace.